And welcome everybody to race number 2 of the Snickers Cup Series. We are here for the O'Reilly 400, ready to cap off an exciting O'Reilly race weekend here at the Phoenix International Raceway. We've got 36 drivers set to take this racetrack, and it's going to be a lot of fun, but these drivers are going to be really racing their hearts out here today, not just because there are some guys down at the bottom of the points that really want to get a good finish and pick up a lot of points or a lot of spots in the standings, but also because we've got a lot of newcomers coming into this series when we hit Las Vegas in all three series, which means it's pretty likely the top 35 rule in all three series will have to come into effect. So a lot of these guys are not going to want to risk losing a chance to be in a race, so they're going to be trying to accumulate as many points as well today, so that way they don't have to be a go or go homer in the future. Alright, let's give you the starting lineup for today's race. We've got two newcomers in this race, and we'll show you them in just a minute. So on the pole, it's going to be Anthony McCrory, and then we've got Wyatt Johnston driving the 13 car here today. I believe he's a newcomer for this week. And then we've got Christian James, the rookie, starting off in third, and in fourth will be Ben Stern. Fifth will be Timmy Pacioli, and sixth is going to be John Worry. Seventh, Noah Cars, and in eighth, Adam Chambers in the Coca-Cola paint scheme today. Then we've got Angel D'Souza, who I unfortunately kept thinking was a guy, and it's actually a girl, so my apology there, and she's starting off in the 9th position, and 10th is going to be Martin Zakala. 11th is going to be Kenny McCrory. 12th, Matthew Rodriguez. In 13th, Colin Cropley. 14th will be Anthony Notter. 15th is going to be Jordan Hester. 16th will be Michael Harvey, returning into the Snickers Cup Series. Then in 17th, we've got Matt Smith. 18th is Vincent Marsh. 19th is going to be Joseph Bryant. And in 20th, Philip Stiller. 21st will be Alex Band. 22nd is Nick Eggleston in the Golden Corral paint scheme. 23rd will be Noel Stiller. 24th will be Lisa Shears. 25th going to be Jake Cole, making his return here to the series in the 43 car. And then the rest of the field will look like so. Sean Galligan, Chad Skinner, Patrick Scroggins, Doug Shears, Robert Bann, Logan Wilson in the quick set paint scheme this week. And then we've got Alex Filter, Jake Berg in a different looking paint scheme here today. I believe that's Kingdom Quest GameStop sponsoring his race car. Then James Bald, Andrew Gonzalez, Arnold Columbia, and Mark George. I was wrong. There are actually 3 newcomers into this series, or actually 3 new people that we didn't see at Daytona. Wyatt Johnston, he is a former racer here in the Snickers Cup Series. However, he did not race in the Daytona race. And also the same can be said for both Jake Cole and also for the other race car, and I can't remember who it was that I mentioned. See if I can find out who it was, because that's going to drive me nuts if I can't find out. It was, Michael Harvey. And we have word that Michael Harvey will be racing a new paint scheme when we hit Las Vegas, the University of Auburn paint scheme. So that'll be interesting to see how that race car looks when we hit Las Vegas. But a lot of guys, as I mentioned, are really looking for good runs here today to move up into the point standings, because they had a really tough speed weeks back at Daytona and a really tough race there in the Hershey's 400, the first race of the Snickers Cup Series. So they're going to be looking to turn it around here today. Also, guys like Wyatt Johnston, Jake Cole, and Michael Harvey will be looking to get good runs, so that way they can move their way up in to the point standings as well. As of right now, we have 37 race cars, which means that whoever is going to be 36th and 37th when we leave here today in the points, they're going to be in trouble. They'll have to race their way in to the event at Las Vegas. So I believe we have 7 drivers lined up to enter into the series next week at Las Vegas. Brian Fleener, I know, is one of them. Paola Gonzalez is another. Also, several others. Alyssa Quackenbush, I know, is one. Cody Poe. So it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to be able to qualify in and who's not. So there's going to be 2 different quests here today. Actually 3. 1, all these drivers will try and win here at Phoenix in the O'Reilly 400. 2, they'll all try and get a good points day. And 3, they'll all try and keep themselves in the top 35 in points for when we hit Las Vegas. Let's go down for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command to fire them up. 32 laps of racing here today, and we're expecting a wreck or 2 or maybe more. It's going to be very interesting to see Who's going to come out on top? Anthony McCurry and Wyatt Johnston, though, have the preferred spots, the front row of this racetrack. Hendrick Motorsports, they had a really good day, actually, in qualifying. I believe all 5 of their race cars, including Adam Chambers, who gets his engines from Hendrick Motorsports, all 5 race cars are in the top 10. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do. It's actually all Hendrick down on that inside line for the first 3 rows. Alright, 32 laps of racing, buckle up tight, here we go! Phoenix Racing in the O'Reilly 400 is green. Anthony McCurry out in front, but here comes the 24 car of Christian James, trying to get down to the inside. Not going to be able to do so, though. McCurry going to take over the top spot. Wyatt Johnston stuck in that outside line. He's going to try and get down to that inside line as soon as possible. So they're racing like crazy back there up on that high line and everything. Oh, I think Wyatt Johnston just slapped the wall, and I think we've got a wreck. 2 cars went down to that inside line, and they did. There is a wreck. Robert Bann is one of them, spinning, and I think he's the only one. Just a solo car spin for Robert Bann, it looks like. That's rather surprising. I thought I saw 2 cars. Bann does not look like he has hardly any damage at all. And I'm not sure, but there may have been some contact back here between Mark George, Arnold Columbia, and Andrew Gonzalez. Maybe they just slowed. But look at Robert Bann. No damage. Absolutely none to the Pennzoil Dodge. Started near the back of the pack anyway, so I don't think this is really going to kill him. But it's going to be all Hendrick for the front 3. Anthony McCurry, Christian James, and Timmy Pacioli. Noah Cars and Angel D'Souza are your top 5. Let's look at a replay, see what happened to Robert Bann. Well, the reason there's no damage to the 22 car is because he never tagged the wall. Watch this race car just gets a little loose there off of turn 4 and makes some contact there with the 4 of Alex Filter. The 20 of Jake Berg actually has a little bit of damage there as well. And just watch the 22. He just goes into a slide. Mark George manages to get by. And look, never touches the inside wall. That is how come there is absolutely no damage to the 22. So, really, not that bad of a caution flag here on the first lap here at Phoenix. So, that's a good thing to hear. Okay, so we're getting set to go back under the green flag on lap 6 of 32. It's McCurry, Christian James, Pacioli. Then it's going to be Noah Cars and Angel D'Souza to lead them down. Robert Bann never came down pit road, never needed to. He's returned back to the racetrack. And the reason that Andrew Gonzalez, Mark George, and there was somebody else back there, I can't remember who it was, but they all were stopped. Arnold Columbia, why they were slowing down, was because Robert Bann slid across the start-finish line ahead of them and when the caution came out. So they had to wait for him to pass them in order to get back in line for the caution flag restart. Okay, green flag back in the air on lap number 7. Christian James going to try and get alongside his teammate. It's all 3 teammates up here in the top 3. And here comes Christian James to the inside. McCurry left the door open and James stuck his foot in. James is going to go to the point, it looks like. Pacioli now looking for that low line to open up. And it looks like it will do so. Wyatt Johnston has slid back into the 6th position. He started on the outside of the front row, but now he's able to at least get down to the inside line and not be stuck up high. Guy who is stuck up high, there you see is Anthony McCurry as he loses now the 4th position to Angel D'Souza. So let's go back up to the front. The rookie, Christian James, is out in front here. Wouldn't it be interesting if a rookie could go to victory lane 2 weeks in a row? Logan Wilson did it at Daytona. James is now out in front here at Phoenix. Wow, he just barely made a cutoff there. Oh, I saw Anthony McCurry in the wall and several cars involved there. But they may have settled it out. I don't see a caution. They did settle it out. I saw a few cars in the wall, but they must have settled it out because there is no caution. Great save by everybody back there. I saw at least 4 or 5 cars sideways, and they still managed to hold on to them. They must have bounced off each other, and it helped keep them all straight. Oh, James got a piece of the wall right there, as Pacioli now takes control of the lead. Noah Cars now going to battle Christian James for 2nd. Angel D'Souza also back there, and now the caution is waving. A big wreck. Lots of cars are in this. Oh my goodness. There's Alex Filter, Patrick Scroggins, Matthew Rodriguez, looks like he's involved. There's Nick Eggleston crunched up. Andrew Gonzalez has got some damage to the back of his race car. Jake Berg is involved. Chad Skinner's got a piece of it. There's debris all over the racetrack here. everywhere. A lot of race cars laying down debris. Chad Skinner's got damage to his unsponsored race car, but there is word that actually he's going to be sponsored by AMP88 Godale YouTube channel very shortly, I believe at Las Vegas. Looks like everybody is going to come down to the caution flag, but some guys have some pretty bad damage. I don't know though if it's anything bad enough that they're going to have to come to pit road and even to the garage area. We'll find out on that shortly. Let's look and see what happened. As Pacioli is your leader with Noah Cars, Angel D'Souza, Christian James, and Ben Stern your top 5. Well, I never knew that this race car was involved. Colin Cropley, you see they're on the outside. He's going to end up getting into the fence. John Worry gets into him. Worry comes down. Wow, he just barely missed Noel Stiller. But then there's contact there with the one of Philip Stiller for Cropley. He spins it around. Gets turned around there, but I think everybody must have backed up behind him, maybe? Let's see. Comes Robert Band into the picture. Oh, he got some damage there. Oh! Look at the 7 car of Patrick Scroggins airborne there for a minute. He actually went airborne here in the Mobile One Cup Series. His car went up on the sideways. It went sideways up on the, really riding the wall. And then everybody else just piles in, it looks like. But I don't see a lot of significant damage. I do see a few hoods that are buckled, but don't know if that's enough for someone to go to the garage area. We'll find out very shortly. We're getting set to go back under the green flag on lap 15 of 32. Everybody was involved in that wreck has returned to the racetrack with the exception of Nick Eggleston. The damage to his Golden Corral Ford just too significant for the crew to fix on pit road, so he has taken his Ford back to the garage area. It's going to be a hard points day for Nick Eggleston and that Golden Corral team. But Pacioli leads this race. Noah Cars, our defending Snickers Series champion, he's running up in 2nd. In 3rd is Angel D'Souza, 4th is Christian James, and 5th is Ben Stern. I was down in the garage area talking with the drivers, finding out who they were going to be looking at here today, and they all pointed to Ben Stern. They said that that Blue Deuce may be the guy to beat here today. They said that he was very fast in practice. We're going to have to see if that's the case. Green flag back in the air. Looks like 6th back there is going to be Kenny McCurry, Anthony Nodder, and Matt Smith are the rest of the top 8. And I'm not sure about from there further back. Wow, look at Noah Cars right up on that left rear quarter panel of Tim Pacioli. Pacioli, though, going to try and play defense when they hit turn 3 here. Does a pretty good job of it, too. Keeps his car in front of Noah Cars and is still out in front. But Noah Cars now gets a run. Wow, did he almost get into Pacioli? It looked it, but he's going to get down here onto the inside now. Pacioli going to go to the back now as he's going to get bypassed. Caution is out. Doug Shears is around, Robert Band is around, Michael Harvey in his first start here in this new series, and Chad Skinner also gets involved.